Now Owen shows for Freeze. Morton for Bowen. Back outside, 3 ball on the way from the wing. Thrown in by Owen Chose. 34% outside the arc for Chose. Skyhawks have a 2-point lead. Now stepping through, a wild shot thrown up, won't go for Ortiz-Trailer. Back comes Morton. All the way through for 2. Now stepping all the way through. Nice move that time by Jackson Jordan, the 6-foot sophomore. Now Freeze for Chose. In the middle for Sims. Chose will try it, make a 3-ball. Owen Chose with a quick 8 points here in this first 6.5 minutes. Now Chose in the middle, back out. Chose left open again. Owen Chose. Sands ran right into Bowen. Couldn't finish it. Oh, nice follow, though, by Alonzo Ortiz-Trailer. Skyhawks lead is 9. Nigel Sands runs into a double team, able to get it inside nicely for Alonzo Ortiz-Trailer, who's got 8 points. Now Bowen crosses over, gives it up inside the arc. That jumper falls for Owen Chose, having a big first half. Now Chose with 10 to shoot. Morton, open as Freeze. Dropped it off inside. That's a nice look, and 2 for Connor Walsh. Wide open on the wing is Freeze. Knocks down a 3-ball. Morton wide open from the wing. Knocks down another 3-ball. Morton steps through. Lost the handle, but it comes to Chose. Back down inside. 10-footer falls for Joel Baroa. Deep for Chose. Morton try to dump it off inside. Nice play by Sims to be able to handle that bouncing ball along the baseline. Andrew Sims. To the corner, Strateski. Now Freeze. Wide open as Sims. Knocks down a 3-ball. Oh, nice play by Strateski to take it away from Ortiz-Trailer. The other way for Sims. Oh, he wanted to hammer it home. Couldn't do it. But the follow by Chose is good, and he's got 15. Jamal David. Outside, long 3-ball thrown in by Alonzo Ortiz-Trailer, who's got 13 points. Tops in the East Coast Conference. Skyhawks back down the other end. Score again, though, is Connor Walsh with his second bucket. Morton falling away, won't get that one. Offensive rebound, though, to Sims. Back outside, and a 3-ball thrown in by Owen Chose. And that gives him a new career high with 20 points. Freeze. Back down inside, Bradley, open for the moment, but back outside. Line drive 3 by Connor Walsh thrown in. Connor Walsh with his career high with 9 points. Freeze spinning through, had the opening, but gave it up. Bradley hits a 3-ball. Alex Bradley. Ortiz-Trailer, nice move to the bucket. Couldn't finish it, though, the rebound of Bradley. Now Willis steps through and got 2. And that should be our final score. As Chris Kraus tells his team just to hang on to the ball, and Stonehill wins their 6th in a row. Final score, Skyhawks 81, LIU Post Pioneers 51. Hey, congratulations, Andrew.
Thank you.
Tell me about preparing for a game like this. How much do you guys know as far as what you're going to see, a team that has been decimated by players who have gone elsewhere? Do you know anything about that before a game like this?
Yeah, we talk about it. We kind of just try to blank it out and not worry about that and try to do our own thing. Like we said before the game, this is a game against ourselves. Trying to just get better for March and be able to make that run.
Tell me about your point total. You had I had you for 11. I think that's right. And that's ties a season high for you. Tell me about being a freshman here at Stonehill College, the pluses and the minuses, being a part of a program that's really having a good run.
Truthfully, there are no minuses. It's amazing here. All the players, coaching staff, everything. We all get along. It's great and everything like that. It's a beautiful campus. So.
That's for sure. How did you come from Mount Laurel, New Jersey to Easton, Massachusetts? How did that come about?
I played AU for Jersey Shore Warriors, and they came out and recruited me. And I thought it was a beautiful area, and I liked it up here. I like being close to Boston, so I decided why not come here.
And some injuries to some of your teammates, giving you a few more opportunities, and you've taken full advantage.
Yes, of course.
And now it's for you guys, it's on the road to AIC, and you're going to play a lot of games on the road over the next number of weeks because I know you've had a lot of games at home lately too.
Yeah. It's going to be a good stretch. We got to fight through the adversity and just do our thing.
All right, congratulations. Well done. Appreciate it. Andrew Sims, who had 11 points in today's win for the Skyhawks.
Even as you get up in games, and you get a big lead, and the tendency just for players. And I remember when I played, it's you have it. Okay, we're up a little bit. You can coast a little bit. But what we talked about, heading into this, and even as the game was going, like, hey, our maturity levels, let's grow. Let's still continue to get better. We've talked a lot last little while. Just our growth as a team. We're also, as much as we're scouting teams and we do a heck of a lot. We spend a lot of time with video preparing and talking about our opponents and trying to learn as much about them. We've also been focused on ourselves, and we got to grow each and every day in practice. And and that's one thing that we talked about heading into this one. We scouted these guys and we made sure that we are prepared for this game, but we also talked, hey, let's grow as a team in practice the last couple of days. Let's grow today. Let's get better in certain areas. So, and that's something that we tried to focus on, where you knew, obviously, these guys, LIU Post, and they're going through some stuff, obviously, with their school and their program, and, just a lot of those students over there that going through some really tough things. And Coach Smells, like Eric's, he's a friend of mine. We've grown together over the years, just getting to know each other, and he's done such a good job with those guys, and is in such a tough, difficult spot, just professionally and with his group, that they're battling through a lot that, you don't ever want to hope that on anyone, So the last thing we tried to do, we did not want to come in and say, hey, let's just roll out. As much as Eric's a friend of mine, I wanted to scout these guys to give him the respect, we're going to treat this as if it's any other game, So, and as I said, it's tough for our guys to stay mentally focused for 40 minutes, but we talk just, hey, our maturity levels, let's grow, let's get better in certain areas. And I thought our guys did that, through the course of the game and handled it the right way, played hard for 40 minutes, competed, and ultimately came out with a really good win, an important win to continue, the momentum that we've had and our growth and just development as a team. So it was a really good win. Yeah, I mean, the players look at us, right, from the top down to see, all right, what's the mentality, what's the demeanor, and if we walked into it the last few days of, hey, we're playing an 0-10 team who is going through stuff, then our guys would have been lackadaisical and not handled it the right way, and that's certainly not what they got from us. We challenged them in practice the last few days, and we were like, hey, we're going to grow, we're going to get better, and we got to go in. And LIU Post, to be honest, some of the scores have been a little unfavorable for them, in the last stretch, but they've been in a lot of games that people look at the outcomes. Coaches are watching the film, and they were up in some games recently. They've been holding people tough, a large portion of the way, and especially up until halftime. And as things get going, some of it, they depth and with injuries and some of the stuff, they just don't have some of the bodies to continue to stay with it. But those guys, they've been playing really tough, and we treat it as if this was, the most important league game, the most important non-conference game. So we didn't have any mentality today. Let's go in. We're going to win a game. We really talked to our guys, but let's compete, let's get better, and let's grow today. So that's what we did. I thought obviously our guys were moving the ball well against the zone. We did a good job handling it. And obviously talking about our team defense to prepare with what they're doing. Alonzo Ortiz is, he's one of the top scorers in the country with how much he's averaging. He was at 24. And he can really score. He can really play. And we talked about how to stop him today. And I thought our guys did a really good job with the game plan. An opportunity for those guys to get in and play as well, once the game got to some of those points. But, Johnny and Connor, we're in early. They're now playing meaningful minutes, especially with some of the injuries and things that we've had, and they did a really good job today. And I think for a lot of our guys, even we've still got young guys that are playing even more minutes. To continue to get the experience. And as much as there was, the score was what it was. It's still we're still trying to coach these guys in the game to get better. Let's get better. Let's do the details right. And our guys are taking steps forward. We certainly. We're fortunate to obviously to be up quite a bit today, to be able to play some other guys and rest a few of other guys, and with some of the injuries to get through today. But it gave guys an opportunity, to come back. Andrew Sims played for the first time. He hasn't played in a couple of weeks coming off an ankle injury, and to get back in rhythm. He was breathing hard, so it was good for him, to get back and get going a little bit today. So it's just, obviously just overall pleased with our effort levels and a really good win. We haven't seen a ton yet of the other side of the division. It's fine. Like you play our side and everyone plays each other, so you scout your opponent, but you're seeing teams you already know. So we've started to get a little bit of just a feel for for AIC and some other teams. Just actually, LIU Post just played AIC recently, so we saw scouting Post. We were also able to just get a peek at AIC. So I don't know enough yet of them, and we're obviously going to start to dive in. But I mean, they beat us last year at our place, when they came here. So it's a team that has won a number of games, I believe, this year. I don't know the record, but I know the athleticism and the length and the talent that they have. And Andy does such a good job coaching up there with those guys. They're going to be prepared, and we've got to be ready to go. Our guys need to be ready physically, mentally for probably a war up there at their place in Springfield on Wednesday. And these crossover games are just so important now to see what, you get to see the other side of the division, but it's just the standings and game by game with how good this league is. I know ASC is going to be good, and I'm sure the rest of the Southern Division is obviously probably just as good. So we certainly have our work cut out for us, and we got to get ready to play here, starting Monday with practice for Wednesday night's game.